very good morning to you. Welcome to this edition of Sports This Morning. I'm Yemi Adebayo.
It's great to have you join us again. I'm Tayo Salah. Okay, let's get on with the show now. And we're starting from the WAFU Nations Cup in Ghana. And the Super Eagles of Nigeria have advanced into the semi-finals after defeating host Ghana by 2-0 in their final Group A clash.
Yeah, we asked you if it's going to be mission possible, but
Right.
impossible is nothing for the Super Eagles.
Said it.
They did a job, and of course, they're in the semi-final of the WAFU Cup. Okay, let's still talk about football, but we travel abroad. Former Manchester United striker, former England captain, this morning saying, I am sorry, I let you down, talking to all the fans and everybody that has supported him since he started playing football. He says, I'm sorry.
Right. I mean, it's only right he apologizes for that drink driving charge. I imagine it's going to be sober for a couple of weeks now. Definitely. From football now, let's go and talk boxing. And Tyson Fury wants his license back. Basically, he wants to fight again, but unfortunately, he doesn't have a license to box. And this morning, he is appealing to the authorities to give him his license back so he can get back in the ring. And the question, Yemi, that you will naturally ask from this is Tyson Fury in the right shape to fight? Probably the answer is no. The investigations as regards, his doping, allegedly doping issues, that's still ongoing as well too. So until all those things are sorted, Tyson Fury is not going to be back. He just has to, he has to just, clean his house. He has to sort himself as soon as possible before he can start thinking of boxing again.
I agree with you. I think he's looking for subtle ways to put pressure on the UK anti-doping agency,
Right.
the British Board of Boxing Control. There was an airing that should have been done that wasn't done, that has been left. So I felt, look, if you're going to give the guy the hammer, give it to him. This suspense, even for us boxing lovers, is too much. I'm not saying that he did anything right, no, but just be seen to be fair. And on the part of Tyson, he talked himself into this. I'm sure probably nobody would have known all of his issues if he didn't start saying all he said. He took himself away from the chance to fight Klitschko and started rumbling on about, oh, I'm not okay, I'm this, I took this, I did that, and was provisionally suspended. And I think the UK anti-doping, I think the problem they have on their hands is that if it is true, because he said it with his man and some investigations, if it is true that they did do all this and they're a conservative group, that's who they are, would they want to allow him back into the rings?
Right.
That's it. But, but also from the sport angle, this is a strong British prospect. Aside Joshua, this is your next big thing.
Right, absolutely. I mean, you have to give him the credit because he deserves it. He was the one basically that opened up the heavyweight division when he shocked, the boxing world in Dusseldorf, Germany, when he defeated Vladimir Klitschko. And that's the statement from Tyson Fury. Basically, it's a long one, so we're not going to read it. But basically, he wants the quick resolution to this issue, and you can't blame him for that. It's been ongoing for a while now.
For too long?
For too long. There was supposed to be an airing in May. That was postponed as well.
Indefinitely.
Right, and there's no dates. So you can understand that he's starting to get frustrated now. He's, according to him, all the issues, he had outside of the boxing ring, the mental health problems, depression, that looks to have been resolved now. I believe so, and that's why he's really seriously thinking about boxing again. But he can't even do that because he doesn't even have a license. And you understand why Tyson Fury right now is talking to the authorities that they should resolve the situation as soon as possible so he can return to the ring and start to bang with the big boys. I'm talking about the likes of Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder as well to Joseph Parker. Interestingly, Tyson Fury's cousin, Huey, is going to take part in a world title fight. That's the WBO heavyweight title clash against
Comes from the boxing family.
Joseph Parker. So he's he is getting that urge to fight again, and that's why he's come out with a statement.
Yeah, well, in fairness to Tyson Fury, once again, boxing is probably the only thing that keeps him sane. Boxing is probably, you question whether or not he's ready mentally, whether or not he's in shape. Once you tell Tyson that he can go into the ring, I'm very sure he's going to do some work, 2-3 weeks, probably. I mean, if you look at him the way he was before he fought Klitschko, I was like, this is not how a boxer should look. And he still went on to win. Just shows you that probably boxing is the only thing that, you know, keeps him away from his depression, his mental issues, and so on. We'll see. And his uncle had said, look, my boy is ready.
Yeah, he's
just
ready.
Give him an opportunity.
Okay, hopefully he is truly ready. Yeah, first of all, he has to get himself back in shape. We're still talking boxing now, enough of Tyson Fury. This one is quite interesting. Former Manchester United defender Rio Ferdinand, he is set to announce his plans to go into professional boxing later today. And you'll think now, surely this is a joke, serious, but Rio Ferdinand is actually serious. He's been keeping fit, you know, ever since he retired from football. Initially, I just thought that was part of him. That's his making. He likes to stay fit, stay in shape. Didn't know there was actually a bigger plan to go into boxing, but that's the reality now. Rio Ferdinand today is set to announce his plans to go into professional boxing at the ripe old age of 38.
Yeah, and it's
incredible stuff.
Yeah, Tayo. You know, before you laugh it off, he's really serious. He's been backed by a betting company that, you know, behind him, solidly behind him. And before we also, on this part, laugh it off, there are 3 English names I can throw at you, people who've done this before. Sports that are not even related to boxing. Andrew Flintoff, cricket, came into boxing. You had 2 former players, one from Crystal Palace, I think another one from Birmingham. Even one went on to become a world champion. I'm talking of Leon Mackenzie. Went on to become Chris Woodhouse and Leon Mackenzie, those 2. And so before you laugh this off as an idea that probably will end in Rio landing in the hospital, before you begin to laugh it off, there must just be something in it. It might just end up, you know, surprising all of us.
Well, I mean, what magnitude of surprise are we looking at here? Surely Ferdinand is not going to go on to win a world title. I don't think he's going to go on to win a British, not even a British level title. So,
you can't say.
Nah, I don't think so. So I'm laughing it off. I know there are a lot of people
laughing it off as well.
Laughing it off as well. I think this is just
a money-grabbing attempt.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. That could be a bit disrespectful. I think this is just, you know, it's just having fun with it.
Staying in limelight.
Right, and remember he's had his trying moments for him in the last couple of years. He lost his wife, he's lost his mom as well too. So maybe boxing has just, you know, given him that opportunity to just, you know, channel his grief. And but in terms of actually going on to be a proper professional boxer,
you have to see him fight. You know, I've given you the examples of British guys who've done it.
Yeah.
You have to see him fight before you judge. I might not say world champion, but maybe in the British class. And you know, the people who are backing him will probably pick and choose who he's going to fight with. So it might just end up winning 1 or 2 fights.
It is understood Ferdinand's training will be filmed by TV documentary for a TV documentary series, and he will aim to have his first fight as its concluding episode. So you can see where this is going already. This looks more like
showbiz.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's already a TV, there's already a documentary involved as well. So, but all the best to Rio Ferdinand as he attempts to become a professional boxer at the age of 38. So that's it for boxing. Yeah, I mean, we'll move on now to cycling.